actually their voice recordings.
I'm just wondering,
Yes.
no matter how much you try to stay civil, level-headed, you always get a stray bullet hit you somehow in that sort of thing. Yeah, but yeah, the video, yeah, the tape and all that. I've seen more than that actually, but I find it very strange for that kind of situation. What could have happened, and why all this gang fighting and all the rest of it. So
Yeah, fighting everywhere. That's why I hadn't been coming live for a while, because I'm just not interested in all that fighting, and I don't like to involve myself in it. So
yeah,
if there was nothing happening with Mohbad's case for me to come to talk about. Good morning, Mercy, Mercy. Yeah, there was nothing for me to come and talk about. I won't talk about anybody's personal issues. This has nothing to do with me.
that's correct.
I'm just
Let's focus. Let's focus on mobile.
that's what I came for. It was Mohbad.
Yeah.
And isn't there supposed to be an inquest sometime this month?
I guess, but you said something that made me come up as well. You said, I like what you said, that somehow, some way, people will be surprised there'll be justice along the line, you know. And I just pray. I don't know how that will happen, but if there's a, you
I
can see
don't
there's a lot of,
either,
yeah,
but I like to keep my faith. I like to keep my faith that there's
yeah,
something somewhere that's going to happen suddenly.
hmm
Suddenly something's going to happen, and Mohbad will get true justice, not just some fake justice. I'm
yeah,
just still praying about that. I stay positive. No matter how many people come and tell me, oh, justice is over, or we're not going to get justice, or everything is settled, I refuse to believe it. The same
yeah.
thing with my own case. I still have hope, and I'm going to keep having hope.
Yes, that's the best way to be because sometimes when people say all those things, sometimes I find it a little bit, it's like you're doing something. You want to write an exam, and you've been preparing for it, and somebody just tell you, "Oh, that exam, it's difficult. You're not going to do well," and you look at that person, "Hey, come on, beat it. I'm prepared, and I'm going to pass this exam." That kind of thing. That's the
Yes,
way I see
Sally,
it.
what you just said. Sally said the fight was not just against AFTV, it was against justice for Mohbad. I believe that's true, because if you want justice for Mohbad and you have someone come along that wants to fight for justice, why would you shut them down?
Hmm
Especially when African television never asked anybody for any money. He has not defrauded anybody. And you were just trying to
You
destroy
know,
this person.
I never have to look it up, but I just want to understand the allegations in terms of whether it's a fraudulent guy or something. That's what made me kind of dig deep yesterday, and I couldn't find any reason because if you say you're a registered company, you dissolve a company, we all done that at one point in time in life. You can register your company and say, okay, you know what, let me pack it in because you don't want to be answerable for any taxes because you're not active. We can close it and then reopen it again. So I don't see any wrongdoings in
No, and
that perspective.
I
Yeah.
remember in the beginning doing research looking for African Television Foundation on the internet. And my problem why I couldn't find them before is because I was either putting .com or .net, and it was none of them.
Yeah.
And he finally was to tell us it's not. It's AFTV.TV. And that's a lot of issue for a lot of people because automatically we're going to put .com or .net. And then I found it, and it was active then. This was in the beginning. Was this 2 years ago almost? I mean, I know that much because I did look myself.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
and when he said
Yeah.
it wasn't active in Belgium, well, you just looked it up and
No,
verified it
no,
is active.
he's very much active. So
Yes, he was very, yeah, and I'm glad that you looked that up. to prove him wrong right there on the platform.
Yeah,
Good morning, very
I
wicked
just want a
lady.
clear clarification in terms of the statement. That's why I said, okay, if there's any fishy or dodgy things to begin with, then let's have a look at it. And for me, I couldn't find any issue with what I've checked. And up to that time, so whatever discussion that happens between them, I'm not privileged. I don't understand it very much. But I just want to have that clear definition that listen, this man hasn't got any skeleton in his cupboard while he was running his company in both Belgium and England. It's always good to clear that. So, oh, somebody said I missed.
Morning. Morning, Thunderfire.
Good morning, Mercy. How far?
Afadeo, how you doing?
How far?
That's like a normal thing for me now.
Afade Mox, so Afade Mox. Yes. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a while. I've not seen you live. Wow.
How are
Great.
you?
I was live
I'm
last
good,
week and
Richie.
it was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a good live too. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's nice to see you
back
too. I don't see much of you now. I work all the time.
Yes, I'm working all the time and I'm in school all the time. It's just crazy moment for me, but it's okay. I just wanted to I want to quickly say something. As it
You are
stands
more
now,
than
guys,
welcome.
Yeah,
You are more
as
than
it stands
welcome.
now, guys, for everything I heard yesterday, because a lot of voice record, not I think it was on a show actually, was read yesterday, and those voices were beginning of this case, and I want to believe as it stands now, we used to say there are a lot of anti-justice among the justice. Yesterday I've actually 100% believe that there are people we actually think they are really, really for this justice. They stand as like a leader, like number one in the game. But let me tell you, these people are really in here to cause every single confusion that has been going on this justice for Mohbad not to get justice. I was so shocked yesterday when I heard the part that Lagata was saying that he is working closely with Temi's platform. Yeah. And there is this Sammy Jojo who was Windy Gold, who is now Sammy Jojo. I don't understand how you will say you are for justice and you want to tell me you are working with the people who are anti-justice, who doesn't want Mohbad to actually get justice. And the other part is also where he said that he has been insider with my C and the girlfriend. Are you guys surprised why we're not hearing anything from those people anymore?
Who are you
Lagata knew
referring
them
to?
2 years before Mohbad buying. So if Lagata knew my C and the girlfriend to the extent he even know the name of the girlfriend of my C, are you sure those people have not shot? Lagata is not among the people who have shot these guys up? Yes. Because if you want to tell me that you know my C's girlfriend, you've been insider for 2 years, that means you know Mohbad personally. Mohbad was in UK. He said he was on that show. Did he saw Mohbad? Mohbad said he was taken to a bush, according to what Wumi said. He was taken to a bush. They almost beat him up. Somebody came to rescue him, beg on his behalf. Lagata is in this UK. I am betting Lagata. You said you stayed a show from African TV just because of DNA. Somebody comes out to say DNA. Why will you go and investigate? You started investigating the man. Instead of you investigating people who buy Mohbad, you are investigating a man who came out to say, let's try the DNA. Why will you be investigating African TV for DNA? A lot of voices I heard yesterday. I wasn't too shocked because the word is deep.
Wow.
You know, sometimes you know people, but you don't know them everything. Things will start happening. You start asking yourself, is this the person I've known for 10 years? We all have two sides. So if Lagata and some other people have been, and this same Lagata was inside Baba's team. Lagata was logging into Baba's TikTok. Lagata was inside Baba, and Lagata was also inside Temi. So now what was the game, or which game? What was Lagata up to? As it stands now, there is a motive. These people came into this justice. They are working under Wumi. They are on a payroll, allegedly. Yeah? And that is why we are where we are today. Because if you see anything that the justice fighter plan secretly, before you know, everything is outside. Before you know, it don't turn to dragging. Because there's people inside the justice. Now I've confirmed it that yesterday that yes, these are the people inside this justice who we are whining and dining with, but they are actually the people destroyed. They don't want Mohbad to get justice. That knowing my see alone for 2 years before Mohbad died, then Lagata should be holding a show to explain himself. Where is my C? Where is Mama A2? Nobody has heard of that woman. Where is my C girlfriend? Why are those people silent after Lagata came to Temi's platform and he even identified the people? He said my sis girlfriend's real name. He said her real name. How can you come on a social media bringing someone's real identity when you know that this case is a high-profile case? You are putting their lives in danger. And that's what he did. And that's why these people are not talking. Because those guys, they live with Mohbad. They have a lot of evidence. And do you know that Lagata on that record was even condemning the only Mohbad voice, the only voice we heard when Mohbad was telling Wumi, if you kill me, if you buy me, you cannot buy all my family. He was even telling that this very DNA can never, he was so 100% sure that this DNA can never give Mohbad justice. And this is the person you guys said he's been looking for justice. Are we kidding? Do we have to be fooled again? But Mali said, you can fool me sometimes, but you can't fool me all the time. Are we going to be fooling ourselves again, believing in these people who are shouting, they are up, they are up, they are up? All of them, 98% of them are working for Wumi. That is why this justice is where we are. And this is the truth. So me, Richie, you can't trust me anymore, Richie. Me, I can't trust you anymore. Thunderfire, I don't trust you anymore. You can't trust me anymore. Phoenix, I don't trust you. You can't trust me. This is how it is right now. We don't even know who is who. We trust nobody right now.
Maybe Richie is just sitting his ass down and doing a double.
This is wicked. And this boy is still in the morgue. He's still in the morgue. He's still in the morgue as we speak. This boy is still in the morgue as we speak. Are you kidding me? Even 100 years old man, the family will not leave him in the morgue for 2 years.
Mercy. I don't think people have been paying attention. Like, if you listen carefully, people always have a way of unintentionally exposing themselves. And I listen to people. I've listened to a lot of people, and if they expose themselves, I didn't say anything, but it's clear. If you're paying attention, you'll know who is who. But people are just so emotional and not paying attention and found themselves in teams. That's why I'm not on any team. When you're not in any team, you get to see everybody.
Yes, you're very correct. This is the team, and the team, they group themselves and becoming team of each other, team of that, because when that team I started doing what I want to do. I want to back up. Oh, what I would do, any little secret we've had together, I will start bringing it out.
Yeah, it eventually comes out. This is Mohbad has his way with his very strong spirit to expose people. And one thing in life is, if you continue to do bad things and you're thinking you're getting away with it, there'll be a time you get caught up, like what Phineas just said. And like I myself, I've been struggling within myself. I keep asking questions, who is who, and all that. It's kind of crazy. I try to do. That's why I like going to different platforms. Sometimes listen and see what they're talking about. It's not necessarily I support who was the platform, but I just want to understand the kind of people.
Yeah,
Listen.
but everyone is always exposing themselves. People are just making excuses for them at the end of the day. I mean, I saw a video with a Loba saying, when Mohbad was gonna die. Like, what does that mean when you say somebody's gonna die? If I made a statement like that, my ass would be locked up. If I'm gonna say when someone was gonna die, it means that I had first-hand information that that person
And
was
when
gonna
we said
die.
the day, to me, I used to think that for me, I'm still skeptical about it because I was thinking that maybe is it a kind of English language
Yeah,
presentation?
well, that's the
When
excuse that
when
they're gonna
when
make
when
for
Wumi
him.
said the day he was going to die,
Yeah, even Wumi said it too. So
and I was
they
like,
both should be
okay,
picked
are
up
you
and
are you
questioned.
saying that the day you wanted to say the the day he died, or or that day, what happened the morning before his death? That's fine. But when you now said the day he was going to die, it's like, eh?
No, she also
Listen,
said,
these people are always slipping up. If you've committed a crime, you will slip up. There's no
So
perfect crime.
you think
There's,
it's not an English issue, right?
there's always going to be a loophole. But when
you will
they
definitely
slip up,
forget something.
right, when they slip up, there are so many people, making excuses for them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what is
Any other
happening.
day, their
Yes.
English is fine, but when they slip up, it's a problem with their English. Come on.
Yeah. But the only thing about with me, you can see that most of his interview, he actually gave us a lot of clue. We never knew about the second nurse until when he started talking. Until when she started talking,
Yeah, and
that's when we
see,
started
that
saying that was
again was
second
another
nurse.
slip up. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure she wasn't meant
but
to say that.
that's huge for me. It's very huge.
My question now,
Yeah.
Richie, you are a man. I did ask this question to Sele and African
Mm,
TV last night.
mhm.
Wumi said, and I quote, he said the pie that Liam supposed to buy, that's the pie Mohbad bite, right? That's not where I'm going.
Yeah,
Yesterday, King
yeah.
White, that's not where I'm going. Yesterday, King White said that Mohbad, I repeat, he said Mohbad, all Mohbad property, that's from 1 naira to the last kobo.
Mhm.
Yes? So everything Mohbad gave it to Liam, which was about, let me say, 3-4 months old child. Now you are a father, you are a man. I want to ask you, 26 years old, you want to have more babies in future. You want to enjoy your life. You want to share things around. At the age of 26, you just have one son, which is about 3-4 months old. And you will not start telling me that you are going to be leaving every single property that belongs to you to that child. That question is for you, Richie, because you are the only man here. As a father, are you going to be doing that at that age when you know that you still need to have more babies in future?
Yes, Messi, and no, right?
Okay.
Because the reason why I'm saying that if Mohbad had said that, right, there should be a written document to back it up.
No, will
It's
you even
signed.
believe such a thing in that circumstances
Let
like
me
that at
yeah,
26?
let's be realistic about this. The guy knew they were after him. Are you getting the point? He knew that people were after his downfall from a long time ago. So I want to believe that if you have that kind of mindset, you can as well be prepared, right? But at the same time, like I said, if there's any genuinely signed document through his legal uh, people and all that, that he prepared his will. We're talking about will now. Are you getting the point? You can say that, but in anything deviating from that is bollocks. Anything deviating from that is suspicious for me.
Richie,
Are you getting the point?
Richie.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting your point too, because your point right now is trying to tell me that Mohbad, because he knows they were after him, he could not even think. All he could think is about the little boy. Now, do you know
No,
that boy has to
that
get
is
to
gonna be
18 years? 18
me
years.
finish.
So how is the
I know.
mother
Mercy.
going to take care of that
That's
boy?
only gonna be if he just like accepted it. Like, you know what? I'm just let them do it. Let them off me. But from what we're hearing is that he wanted to get out. Like, I heard something
Exactly.
about him
So thank
trying
you.
to leave the country. So this guy didn't want to die.
Thank you. That's where I'm going, Phoenix. If you look at it from that positive side of him, that he was trying to escape, then you won't would think that okay, why would I? Why it wouldn't even come to his mind to prepare that kind of a thing. Are you getting the point?
Oh, yes.
That's why I
Preparing a
want us to
will.
look at it objectively. Like okay, on the other side, but at the same time, when you look at the instinct that this guy has been given somehow, that he's not convinced that he actually owns the boy. Are you getting the point?
You know, in
So
all this, Richie, I'm sorry. In all
so why
this,
would I
No
why
way,
would I
no
prepare a
way, no
document?
way.
Why
It
would I
can't
prepare a
work.
document for somebody I'm not even sure of?
you know what
It
people
can't,
are.
it can't work. It
You know
can't
what
work for a
people.
3-month-old child, 4-month-old child. Come on, no way.
You guys know what people are
It can't.
forgetting? People are forgetting in everything that's happening, everything that's going on. People are actually forgetting that what we heard, Mohbad was trying to get out.
And you know what I
Okay?
like? You know what I like? Something Sasson just said something which is quite crucial. There's no way he's going to will every of his thing, right?
For one child.
No, he will think about his dad as well as
What
parents.
about his family,
Anyways,
his
it's not
brother,
bollocks.
his
To me,
mother, his
to me,
father?
exactly. No. It's that's
And
a
this
lie
is
from
why
the
the
pit of
DNA is
hell.
not coming out. This is why
Sorry?
we are having this cycle of this DNA issue. This
Yeah,
is where
exactly.
the DNA issue is becoming this problem that has been from beginning, because they just wanted the world to believe that Mohbad is the father of that child. Yeah. So if Mohbad is the father of that child, he has actually given 100% of everything he has to the child. So nobody has to think about negatively something about the
No,
child. Yeah.
no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't
Yes.
without even putting his mom or his dad or his brother and sister. How now?
He will just leave them out of everything. And now
No.
giving everything to a 3 months, 4 months. This was what King White was saying yesterday on that record.
He's preparing. He's
So they
preparing
have already
something for you.
prepared all these
They're
things
preparing something
down.
sinister.
We're just dancing to their music.
Yeah.
Many of them were in middle of us. They were with us. They were all with us. We just
Yeah.
keep,
Yeah. Anyway, there's negative and there's positive, but there's more negative side. The more negative aspect of it is more than anything.
Don't forget Mohbad
To get
also
a.
asked for that child that
That's what I'm saying. He's never sure.
he said, tell the world what's the secret behind. So person when they say
Behind.
make person tell the world the secret behind this handsome boy. Now the same person when they doubt that secret behind the handsome boy. Now the same person now he will come they give all in property to that same child, forgetting about his father, his mother, his sister, his other relatives. That he knew that
No,
he
for
was the
me,
breadwinner. He was the breadwinner of that family.
There are two things. Yes, sir.
Richie, let me
Yeah.
quickly say something because I need to come down at my work.
Good morning, Eric.
Oh, good morning. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Right, yeah. This is what I want to tell you. This narrative that I'm hearing for the first time now, if we can started saying it out, I think Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's brother and Mohbad's mom, they will now open their eyes. Truth will come out. Everything they know, they have to say it down because they want to get everything from them now.
Exactly.
If this narrative, if Baba Mohbad can hear it, and Mama Mohbad can hear it, and Adura can hear this, the truth will come out. That's all I want to say.
That's a
Thank
good
you
way to
very
look
much.
at it. Thank you, Eric.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like I said, when you look at it, Mohbad that we know, the way he has been doing things, trying to do up until his death, trying to make sure the life of his parents are okay. So why would you say that you want to blindly do everything for your friend without do anything for the guy that you're not even sure of whether it's your son? You know. So that for me that's no go, right? And the reason why I'm saying that, if they want to prove it, we're not accepting any thumbprint. Thumbprint means after death. Are you getting the point? Because nobody can read and write. So, and if you forge the signature, we will know that's a forged signature. We just have to look at it.
Here's
It's a way to.
here's the thing, Richie. I don't like talking about that kid because he's innocent. But like you were saying earlier, if Mobad knew that they were after him, if that's the narrative they want to give us, that like people were after him, and he knew that something bad was going to happen, it's a possibility that he could have done that, like make sure that his family is secure before anything goes wrong. But at the same time, they're forgetting that this same person was trying to get away. He was trying to escape. So this is not someone who just gave up and said, okay, whatever comes, let it come. He was trying to get out of the country. He was trying to run away from them. And I think he was trying to run away from his family too, because they probably pressured him. That guy probably had to take care of all of them. But then we're hearing
up to
some
his
talk
dying
that he
day,
never took care of his father, and I find
he
it
has
hard to
project for
believe.
his mom up until his dying day.
Yeah, but we heard some talk that he wasn't taking care of his dad, which I find hard to believe, because
No, that's a lie.
when African television was on this came here, when he went to see the king and he went to see Mr. Aloba's sister, that lady admitted that Mobad helps her. So why would Mobad be helping his aunt and not his dad?
No, listen.
I never believed that. I believe that he took care of all his family, his mom,
I don't know
his
why
dad.
people are saying this. Mohbad and Mohbad, they're quite close.
Listen, I believe that he took care of all his family, and to the point probably where they pressured him too much. Yeah. And this guy was trying to get away from all of them.
Somebody that was putting his
including
dad on
the wife.
It was putting his dad on that test, on conditional test, that he wants both of them to get back together, both the mom and the dad. And he was telling his dad, this is what I would do if you can fulfill that request, that I want both of you to get back together. Are you getting the point? And before that, he bought his dad a kind of a pickup truck, right? A small pickup truck. And the dad get like 200K every month. The dad have access to many of his clothing. He has a special room where they normally sit down when the dad visit him. So all those things, you cannot say that that it doesn't look after his dad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he had a video dressed up, looking shabby, and this is where I live, and But then this is the same person that used to be going to Lakey, well dressed. So who's to say that he didn't just dress up like that to pretend to the public?
That's a very crazy idea. I don't know why he said that. That's a lie. Don't forget, the first money this guy made, did I actually confess on one of Sakuma's video that when Mohbad came and do the house up, finish the part of the house that's meant to be finished with all the money he had, he bought TV and all that. Right?
It's a deplorable thing to lie on the dad, and they've all lied on Mohbad, make it look like he wasn't taking care of them.
That's not good. I will never take that from anybody. The guy did what he has to do as a young man of 26-year-old. Come on.
I personally believe that he did, and I think they all pressured him too much.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get away from them, all of them, including the wife.
Yes. No. He looked after his family. Even the sister, all of them are, they're strong beneficiary of his stuff. I'm not talking of after the before.
Hey, we just saw them. There's people, all of them just throwing occultic stuff in the grave. Like, what the hell is the meaning of that?
Oh, that's a bit scary for me as well.
Here's my IT guy.
I am becoming Inspector Cluedo now.
Good
Good
morning, IT
morning.
guy.
You're welcome, Father
Hold on,
Abraham.
let me sort out my earpiece.
IT guy, you know Father Abraham has his own platform and it was very successful yesterday.
Who's that?
Yeah, Antigua come along. He came along at one point, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
did
yeah.
he?
I think I was
Oh,
somewhere.
okay.
Whose platform was it then?
Father Abraham.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Someone is echoing. I can feel an echo. I don't know where it's coming from. Whether it's um.
It was me, my surround
Okay.
sound. I will mute
All
when
right.
you talk.
All right. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that everything, all the surround system, sound checks, and all that little ambience check is done. Right. This is where I stand this morning. Let's go alongside. As you know, as usual, I'm always going to guide you in a different direction. Right. Sometimes ago, oh, I can still hear the echo. Thunderfire.
I
Okay.
unmuted for a second to tell you you are more than welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay. Very good morning to everyone listening. Father Abraham, Richie, Phoenix, and Thunderfire herself, everyone in the comments. Now, not too long ago, Mr. Joseph Aloba mentioned that he had a premonitive dream and that he dreamt something in the lines of his son was shot in the chest or something, or maybe he missed a shot and then he hit his son, whatever the case may be. And then somewhere along the line, in some of the subsequent videos we watched, there was a narration where Mohbad's mom about Joseph Aloba, who is a Christian and doesn't believe in ritual, may have come for Mohbad's t-shirt for them to go and do some ritual somewhere because the same premonition kicks in again that there is a possibility that he's going to die an untimely death. So there is something that tells me that they knew he was going to cry. Whichever way, someone is having a dream, and we can't believe Joseph Aloba's dream because he had a premonition as well when he got somewhere, and we eventually found out that it wasn't a premonition, it was blessing that called him. Now, if we look at the situation as well, Blessing is not speaking. Joseph Aloba is speaking for Blessing. She's a married woman. She lives in her husband's house, and she's not going to get involved. King White, who's been all over the shop, who's engaged with Temi and her people, as well as Sammy Jojo, who was Wendy. Because I remember having a slanging match with Wendy at the time. And I really gave it to him. I don't think he ever came back to Paparano's platform under the Wendy name when I attacked him. Because there's just something suspicious about his conduct, the way he speaks, and the fact that a man is Wendy. I don't know where that came from at the time, but he remembered because he said it again, that the first time he had an encounter with me, I really attacked him, and he doesn't know why. Now, before I mute my mic, with all the revelation we've had, and I'm happy to be one of the captains to stir things, to actually unveil what's been going on in the underground. Having said that, knowing what we know, given everything we had yesterday, all the revelation, everything Sele played on Very Wicked Ladies platform yesterday, my presence was there. I was just on the window anyway. Really enjoyed the sessions. Okay. I want to ask everybody a question. Or maybe I will ask Yomi Fabayi a question. Who is Yomi Fabayi working with? Is he getting paid working alongside the same people we suspect out of the revelations and all the names that came out? And his job is to ensure that it destroys absolutely everything they come across that can be used in evidence. Is that why Yomi Fabayi is here? That one of the assailants, having failed a number of times in his quest to destroy any evidence and destroy justice, could it be that this individual reached out to Yomi Fabayi to carry on, knowing that the presence of a foundation is vital, and knowing that if we eventually find a foundation to work with, the public will warm up to it. So, Yomi Fabayi, who are you working for? Are you getting paid? You are collecting public money. But the bottom line at this point in time is, were you paid or brought in to come and investigate? I think if you have a foundation, there's a possibility that you have the opportunity to do investigative journalism, or probably be a private investigator, or do any form of private investigation and hand over all your findings to the police. But was your intention coming in to ensure that everything you find is destroyed, allegedly? Are you paid? Have you colluded with the same people in question that are now exposed to carry on their work where they cannot succeed, engage with the police where it needs be, obviously, bed yourself into every platform, befriend everybody, and whilst they are not looking, CCTV, you claimed you handed something over. At the end of the day, it was destroyed. 3 seconds video, the pattern actually showed in there. At the same time, it was deleted. Allegedly. But my disclaimer on this matter is, Yomi Fabayi, who are you working with? And who paid you to destroy everything you find that can be used by the inquest, the DPP, that can be useful to this cause? Allegedly. I rest my mic.
Good question. But I think we have to go through the process before we find the truth. Or we catch little things here and there. You made everyone speechless.
Just thinking it through what he
Richie,
said.
go on, answer him.
No, I'm actually thinking what I think I said. I was thinking it through to understand. He has a point in terms of trying to unravel, because when you look at what's happening everywhere, it's completely, somehow. I like what Mercy Idris said before she dropped that. Said, Richie, I can't trust you, and you can't trust anybody. That kind of a thing. And you have and you have every right to do so. First thing, we need to know that who brought Yomi Fabayi to the Justice for Mohbad. And let's keep it open that maybe he's doing his job, has been led, but you cannot rule out the fact that every evidence he touches completely, destroyed or whatever happens, and then the antecedent is there's a blaming issue that you caused it and all that, and then this 3 seconds video. I don't think he has blamed anybody apart from himself and the police, how it all went down, that we couldn't find any evidences as regards to that. And so, yeah, that'd be my thinking on that one. If he wants to answer the question, yeah, he's very energetic, proactively going at all that. But at the same time, I like the question that, yes, we can put it under the X-ray. And the right question is, how did you get to Justice for Mohbad, and who are you actually, why is it that, is he coincidentally that all these things are getting destroyed and all that? That's the big question. I like that question. Yeah.
Isn't it Lagatha that is the one that brought Yomi to the justice? And knowing what
Um,
we know now of Lagatha, that doesn't look like
if that is true, thank you. That's
Like,
literally
I
true.
don't support any of those people. Like, if they come up with something that actually give Mohbad justice, yes, I'll throw in my support. But if I sit here and go to follow Yomi with that video, he's gonna turn me into Alice in Wonderland, hopping down the rabbit hole. Because my issue with this guy is like, why would you go and give information to Caramel of all people? Isn't it like a hint, we got this person is trying to talk? That's what it looks like to me, because that's the dumbest move ever. I don't get it. Can someone explain to me why he had to take video to give to Caramel, who's the sister of Mohbad's wife? Don't you think that the information would get back to me? And I don't know why people are thinking that Caramel is going to throw her sister under the bus.
What could have been better is employ a professional investigator to start with. That would have been a lot better.
Everything is just so unprofessional, and that's why I
Exactly,
say
rather than doing
sometimes
things by himself.
I feel like I'm in a movie that turns from horror to comedy to drama. It just
But
doesn't make sense.
on the other hand, what you mentioned about Baba Mohbad in that question, the jigsaw, right? The jigsaw to the puzzle would be to actually hear from Mama Mohbad thing, because allegedly Baba Mohbad was saying the Mama Mohbad supposed to join him in terms of word of this what they are what kind of, should I use the word, premonitions that okay, their son is going to buy. So if Baba is saying that, and he actually mentioned the wife name that they're supposed to go together and all that, maybe we should ask the woman herself what's her own side of the story.
Richie, don't you see that this whole family doesn't want justice? I don't know if they're being threatened or if it's just intentional, but from the very beginning, it's like, especially Mr. Loba, everybody that comes in and try to, get ahead there with justice, he pushes them away.
And
that's
always
telling me that this person has something to hide. One way or the other, he's involved.
For me, I've always said that I questioned Joseph Aloba's right from the beginning. I'm sorry. I know he's never in the house, allegedly, but his actions, I still put it to test all the time. Up until now.
I see him as, I'm going to say it, I don't care. I see him as an accessory after the fact. If he wasn't there, and if he's not more involved, he helped the criminals to get away.
Thank you.
How would you go to the precinct, to the police station, and not say that you see blood? Something that significant.
Exactly.
And also, very quick one before I mute again. The last 72 hours of Mohbad's life, occurrences and the people he engaged with, is key in any form of investigation. Yeah. And it's clear that Mr. Joseph Aloba obviously engaged with his son on Saturday before he eventually went to the show on Sunday. So let's not rule that out. Thank you.
Yeah, and why is everyone leaving that house before the incident? This is kind of like making me believe that they were there and they witnessed it.
Yeah, what the other guy said. They said before. I've always, if you look at what happened when Baba came out.
Him. He's doing what? Yeah.
When Baba and Buki Jesse came out in the middle of the night to defend Somo and all that. And then you keep thinking, I like what the guy said. That's what I meant by the...
That was very disturbing. Yeah, that was very disturbing. This is what I'm saying again. He's covering up for people. Like, why are you defending someone you're not around 24/7? And for them to come out midnight doing that, it tells that we're getting close.
I keep saying, I remember I said it a long time ago, that his whereabout and the full forensic on all the family will reveal a lot of things. And even the banking, they need to look at the bank transactions with all the family and extended family. It's
Now that
very
you
important.
mentioned banking, Richie, yeah, I've been
Yeah.
on this case since the 13th of September 2023. And there was a talk going around about the chief priest guy giving Mr. Lobo $4 million. So at the time I was on Facebook and following I used to listen to Yaya Kuti, but not much because she speaks a lot of Yoruba and I don't get it. So I was on J Blinks and stuff like that, and these are the people who are close to Mr. Lobo, speaking to him on the phone. So I asked her in the comment section to go ask him, what is this $4 million about? And she did. She came back with some sort of story from him that that Wumi was taking all his money, and so Mohbad decided to have that guy pay the money into his dad's account for the show that he was going.
Yeah, allegedly, I
I
heard
don't
that
know if you
rumor as well.
heard that.
I know I heard that many times. That
Right. So
I
and
heard
that
that.
talk came back from Mr. Loba. So my thing is, if Wumi had the habit of taking his money, why wasn't he having his money paid into his father's account, like to all the other shows he was going into? And no one's looking into that. Like, the strange people are paying you. What are they paying you for? And then you're saying when Mohbad was gonna die. So did you know that they planned to off your son? I'm sorry, that's just how I'm seeing it right now.
Up until when even it was asked to petition to come and sign petition and refused to, and all those things. So that kind of put a question in your mind that the man has not been proactively looking for justice. He likes to make noise.
At all. Like, look how they
Noise.
fought against Bankley and Smith. And I personally believe that Bankley and Smith were the only people that probably was really serious. Like,
Yeah, and they keep them
and
out.
they fought against him.
Yeah, it's yeah.
My
It's
God.
crazy. It's crazy.
This John Bosco says, very soon you will all know. Are you saying that you already know? IT guy, why are you muting? IT guy? Are you at
Maybe
work?
he's doing something.
I would think that he was at work. Good morning, boss man.
It's kind of crazy. Too many red flags for us outsider to see.
Mohbad's laying there, and then the family, they just don't care. The dad, the mom, the wife, none of them care. He's just laying there, and it's like they just don't give a fuck. Excuse me. And it's really pissing me off. I've never seen anything like this. What kind of family is this?
They all follow the money.
Good morning, TSL. Yeah, this is a roller coaster of a case. Definitely. It makes my head spin sometimes. I get confused here and there with these narratives that come out. But unfortunately, no one has any proof of anything that they're talking about. We have a little proof of Lagatha today, and now my mind is set on that one. But I've never seen teams in any kind of any kind of justice in my life. I ever saw teams. It's very strange, very weird. And if you ask my opinion, I believe that the teams are actually one. I think they're all in sync with each other. That's how I'm seeing it.
John
Really
Foster
agree.
saying actually.
Agree.
I like that word. They all grab their back. Yeah, yeah, including Baba, all of them.
Yes, that's what I mean. The
Wumi's
Aloba team
parents, Wumi's
and the
mom,
Wumi team, they're
sister.
actually in sync with each other. When it comes to the DNA thing, I believe they're all in sync. And actually the criminal side of
It's
it
just a
too.
play acting. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's a play
because none
acting.
of them are revealing anything, either one. You know what I'm saying? They're all in sync, all of them. And Yomi as well now.
Listen, Thunder,
They're all in sync with each other.
I keep saying that Aloba and Wumi and Mohbad's mom, all these people, they're friends behind the scene. They're
I'm
just
telling
making
you,
their
say it
supporters
again.
fight themselves and just creating a sin to the public.
For us to
These people
believe.
are knocking wine glasses behind the
They
scene
are
and
dining
laughing at
and
us.
whining together. Yes. Yes.
I don't know why people aren't seeing that they're cool. They're actually cool. Caramel
This
is
family
cool
has
with her
moved on. They
sister.
have
She's
moved
not
on.
fighting her. They're all pretending.
What a smart game. They are so smart. we are just the oil floating on top of the water. Seriously. They've fooled everybody. This family. Very heartless family. Like nobody cares about Mohbad. They don't give a dime about that guy. They
Good morning,
just abandon him in the
Mercy
they don't
Idris.
care. They are
Mercy.
heartless. Good
Good morning.
morning, IT guy. How are you?
I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm good. You know why I'm
So
laughing now.
I have two additional questions.
All right, let me
One
mute.
is, has Yomi now finished his job? Has he eventually leapt over the fence this time around and never to come back? Since one CCTV he found at a 3 seconds video, somewhere along the line, inadvertently, whichever way they handled it, both deleted, according to him, allegedly. Secondly, how long do we need to wait for the DNA? And when the result comes out, is it likely to be revealed to the public? I rest my mic.
Well, what I have to say about the DNA, last we knew, Mr. Aloba was holding it up because he didn't have a lawyer at the time. Well, he has a lawyer now, so what are we waiting for? Like I said, he's in line with Wumi. He's not really pushing the
And
issue.
don't forget, they said they wanted to do tissue-based DNA, which will be done abroad, right? They're changing what they've
Well, they
agreed
just might as well
upon.
just ask for a ticket or to travel for a holiday or something. Because all of this shit doesn't make any sense right now.
Because they had an arrangement made
Meanwhile,
in place.
remember,
Arrangement
it's
was
not
made in place
Wumi that asked
too.
for that. It's the Alabas. It's Baba that asked for that. It's not Wumi.
No. I know it's that. Yeah,
Baba.
it's Baba.
It's
But
him. So
listen,
that is where he still continue to fool the public.
exactly,
Because Wumi did not ask for that. It's the same Joseph Aloba that asked for that. Because he
exactly.
wants to continue to fool the public. That's
Yeah,
what that man is doing.
yeah. But when
If you sit down and look at Mr. Joseph Aloba into his eyes, if you get 5 eyes, you look that man eye, you go no say that man, that man a cartel, secret cartel. I dey tell you now, that man. Hey God, me when they use pastor eye, they look just Mr. Joseph Aloba. When they think saying they go church with all his white garment, that man is a cartel on his own. I'm telling you, because I've been watching this man for 18 or 19, 20 months now. There is something about Mr. Joseph Aloba that a father, you see, that's why people say, and the only man that is fighting for justice. This is just what he just wants people to paint him to be. Like the people want to be, oh, the only father fighting for justice, the only man in the family fighting for justice. Wumi is not fighting for justice. So he's the only person in the whole. Okay, where is his cousin? Where is his brothers? Is Aloba family? Is he only Joseph Aloba in that family? Why nobody in that family speaking? What's going on? He's a cartel on his own on the ground. That man is not working. He's not working alone. Mr. Joseph Aloba is not working alone. Someone had to use this pastor thing. They deceive on herself. I rest my case.
Okay, what was the second question, IT guy? We answered the first one. Good morning, Salzat. Welcome.
Yummy,
The second one, the second one was Yomi. The second one was Yomi. He said, "What is Yomi up to?" If I'm correct, if Yomi is back or whatsoever. Like as I said before, maybe IT guy was not here when I said it. Me, I not trust anybody assistance now. Yomi, oh, I not trust, and even myself, I not trust myself. Let me be serious. I don't trust myself, so I don't trust any of them anymore.
They've screwed us.
I don't know what is up to.
Eventually, they managed to screw our brains out. Oh my God, they screwed us. They screwed us up big time. You know, everybody's brain is completely.
Are you saying Yomi hasn't been coming on live at all? Did he disappear or something? See, I'm not a follower of him, so I don't go to his live, so I don't even know. Has he disappeared or something?
I think it's in England. I don't know whether it's back.
He hasn't disappeared. I've been seeing him around though. Even yesterday, I think he was on the Reverie. I've been seeing him around.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He's still on the game, you know. He has to keep trying.
Welcome, African television.
He's still on the game. He has to keep trying, so he's still around. But for everything, for 20 months, I can't see any positive thing from nobody. Forget it. We are just an oil floating on that.
They're all working together. They came out trying to deceive people like Team Baba and Team Mumi, but they're all one. They're all connected, and they're friends behind the scenes, and they're laughing at people who, are really looking for this justice. This people doesn't want justice for Mohbad.
It's just like the election.
They're trying to cover up everything.
Phonex, it's just like the election. When you see the politicians coming out, vote for D, vote for B, they'll be fighting, dragging themselves. After everything you see on the telly, they still go to a round table. They have dinner together, they eat together, they party together. Then me and you will be out there fighting ourselves. And B, you are C. That's what this game is. That's what's going on.
You guys should have known there would have been a problem when this man relinquished his power to his rights to Muiwa in the name of power of attorney. And is it power of attorney by mouth? You got to sign legal documents for this thing to be in effect. So all this is just a game. It's just a game they've been playing. So nobody wouldn't go to him. They'll just focus on Muiwa, and Muiwa's in America. So, they're playing games.
Muiwa is out. Muiwa is there listening to me.
They want us to think
all of them are
there. He's just not saying anything. They're still causing damages. They want us to think that he's gone, but he's still there.
No, he's there. He's still there.
If people are friends, they're all friends. They never were enemies. Listen, the only thing I see going on there, they're having a dispute over the sharing of Mohbad's property because both Wumi and Aloba are being too greedy and they don't want to, probably share things equally. That's why they're having this mind fight. They're not fighting for justice. More. They're fighting for Mohbad's estate. That's what's causing the problem with them.
Yeah. No one is fighting for justice there. I don't see any of them fighting for justice. I don't see any of them fighting for justice.
The public is caught up in a fight.
Look at the brother.
The public is caught up in a fight between Wumi and Aloba over Mohbad's properties. That's what that's what it's all about. Because I remember he got upset with her when he found out that she had a meeting. They had a meeting behind his back. That's where all these problems came from. Because We were hearing that he prayed for her and all of that. Then it looks like in the earlys, like Mohbad's mom and Wumi and a whole bunch of them had a meeting, and Aloba wasn't there. So that's where the whole thing, the whole problem started.
The family
Honestly, I think it started with.
bad family.
I think it started when Wumi got Falana and Mr. Aloba was to go meet them, and the agreement wasn't what they agreed upon beforehand. So he walked away from Falana, whatever how you say it, and the meetings. I think what they agreed upon beforehand, after the fact, it changed, and that's where they started fighting.
Yes,
Greed stepped in, like one or both of them are being too greedy. They don't want to share things equally. That's why they're having the fight.
Baba will say, now my picking now. Now me train now. The way the followers
What is that greed?
Single-handedly train his son.
Yeah, is that greed? Is that greed that's going to expose them?
Yes, he wants to be in charge. That Wumi cannot speak. So he is the father. He should be deciding of what to do or how it will go. But again, due to that Wumi and how do they call it in Yoruba? She's a very stubborn girl. She say, Baba, I beg na lie you. I no agree for you. That's what's going on here. Yeah, there's a disagreement on something that we still don't know. Because when this guy came out and said, if we know who this man is, if we really truly know who this, before somebody will come out and like speaking with such a loud and have that confidence to tell us we don't know what she knows. If we really know who this man is, if we really see the other side of this man, we are going to stone him to death. That's very deep. That's so deep. So what is it that we didn't know? But as me, I'm saying the man now. I'm seeing some
and why isn't
in him.
Why isn't she saying it? The other question is, why isn't she revealing it? Because they're holding something against each other.
Yes. Reveal me, I reveal you. That's what's going on. So this one is waiting for that one to speak, and that one, you speak first to talk. Do you get what I mean? So they are just like watching each other. I'm waiting. If you come for me, I'll come for you. Just the way the followers of Baba are saying, come for Baba, I'll come for you. Yes. They are watching. They are all using all those their body language, all those their followers to talk to each other. It's me and you. We are not saying it. They are talking, they are communicating very, very well. Because if you want to tell me today now, 20 months, tomorrow is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, today is 10th, right? So tomorrow is going to be 11th. Now, if you want to tell me for all these 20 months, the father of the disease don't have anybody, no petition, no arrest, nothing till today.